Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. I am feeling tired today because I only got about 4 hours of sleep, so a little bit tired. Um, but yeah, it's been a great day. I unloaded, unpacked everything. I did everything that I could from my trip because I'm going to India again. So I just wanted to clean up the house and get everything back to normal so that now I can start packing for the India trip and get out of this mode and into the India trip mode. Um, So yeah, feeling a little bit tired, but feeling really good. This verse, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu explained it very well. It was very confusing to me when I first read it, and I didn't understand what it meant, what it was trying to say. But reading Chaitanya Charan Prabhu's explanation, it was very good. So on the Gita Daily website, gitadaily.com, you can go and see his explanation for this if you want to get more. I'll explain, of course, whatever I've understood. Okay, so let's go get to the verse. यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके नावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्रह्मणस्य विजानतः. Okay, यावानर्थ उदपाने. Yavanartha Udapane. Okay, the translation. Let me go to the translation first. All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purpose of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. So I'll explain this because it's kind of confusing. So let me go through the word by word and then I will explain. So Yavan Artha Udapane, Yavan, all that Artha is meant, Udapane in a well of water. Udapane is a well of water. So all that is meant in a well of water, all that is served by a well of water. Here, all purposes served by a small well. Sarvatah Samplutodake. Samplutodake is a great reservoir of water. So in all respects can be served by the great reservoir of water, which for example is a river or something else. So similarly all the purpose, okay, so Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu. Tavan Sarveshu, Tavan similarly in all Sarva is all, in all Vedic literatures, Vedeshu, Brahmanasya Vijanatah. Brahmanasya, a person who knows the Supreme Brahman, who is in complete knowledge of, yeah. So this direct translation didn't quite fit very well. It didn't fully fit, but basically all purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. Okay, so the explanation here is very, very clear. I liked what Chaitanya Charan Prabhu said. It's very, very nice. He's saying Udapane refers to small bodies of water such as well, and Samplutodake refers to water flowing everywhere like a river. So whatever purpose is served by wells is also served by a flowing river, which means, because earlier in the Vedas, so yeah, he talks about the three. So they were different wells that served different purposes. So one was for washing clothes, one for drinking water, one for washing bodies, one for whatever. There was speaking Hindi. There were different wells for different purposes. So and then the big reservoir of water, like the river, could serve all the purposes. You could do all of. You could wash clothes and drink water and take a bath there or whatever. All of those things could be served by the big water. So that's what this is meaning, that this sentence, that all those purposes served by little wells can be served also by one great big things. So similarly, he's saying in the Vedic literature there are different injunctions for fulfilling various desires. So these are definitely discussed in the Vedas. The Vedas have an ultimate purpose, which is to take everyone towards Krishna, to take everyone towards God. So once you understand that, all these Vedic rituals are there, don't give them up, but you can go beyond them. The wells are for the sake of the water, but in the river there is an abundance that can serve any purpose. So you don't have to go to the wells, you can go to the same river for all of those purposes. And so Yeah, so he says in 15:15 there is the purpose of the, he explains that the purpose of the Vedas is to know him, to love him, and to return back to him. So he's not introduced himself until now, but he's pointing out the real purposes of the Vedas is not in the three modes, because in the previous verse he talked about the three modes, right? That we have to go beyond the three modes. That's what he said in the previous verse. He already, that's very powerful already, right? Because he talks about the three modes, but he's like, go beyond those three modes. So so if one seeks that, then they become Brahmanasya Vijanataha. Vijanataha ya Vijanataha? Vijanataha. Brahmanasya Vijanataha. So then they become Brahmanasya Vijanataha, a Brahman who knows everything. So Swami Mukundanand similarly translates this to saying, whatever purpose is served by a small well of water is naturally served in all respects by a large lake. Similarly, one who realizes the absolute truth also fulfills the purpose of all the Vedas. So we don't have to go into each Vedic ritual and do each, like that's like going to a well to do one purpose, one particular thing, but we can go beyond all of that and we can attain absolute truth, which is love for Krishna. Which here, I like the way he said this here, is to know him, to love him, and to return back to him. To him meaning God or Krishna is what we are talking about, of course. Depending on what school of thought you're in, but that's what. Okay, so the Vedas contain many mantras with different rituals and practices, and the aim is to help the soul unite with God. So the all of that is to help the soul reach the divine feet of God. That's said so beautifully, no? They've helped the soul reach divine feet of God. However, just as the medicine pill is often sugar-coated to make it more palatable, similarly to attract materially minded people, the Vedas also give material allurements. The underlying motive is to help the soul gradually get detached from the world and attached to God. So one who is attaching the mind to God is automatically fulfilling the purpose of all Vedic mantras. Okay. Okay, so this was a powerful verse. I didn't fully understand. I understand now the difference between like what the well reference means and how that fits, but I don't understand what quite how that translates to one who realizes the absolute truth fulfills the purpose of the Vedas, which is what he said here, or this second section I didn't fully get. Similarly, the purpose of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. So slightly different translation from Swami Mukundanand. So this one I think is one of those verses that would take some time to actually learn and to understand and to understand the meaning behind. So but yeah, I am assuming that as I read, like he said in chapter 15:15, he says the ultimate purpose of the Vedas is to know him, love him, and return back to him. So I guess as we keep going, we will understand more and more about what this verse means and what the Gita in general means. I'm so excited and I'm so happy. Wish you all a very, very beautiful day. We will do chapter 2, verse 47 tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Radhe Radhe.